Hello everyone, I am Dr. Bela Doctor. I am a general pediatrician at the SRCC Children's Hospital at Haji Ali, managed by Narayana Health. Today we have a topic of breastfeeding. We are celebrating the breastfeeding week this week, and we are going to talk about the advantages of breast milk. Why is it important to only give your child breast milk? Human milk is ideal for human babies. It has many antibodies and anti-infective properties that help the baby from getting infection in the early days when it is small. There are lesser chances of allergies because it has the correct kind of protein. It is more digestible, it has the right amount of fat in it, it has the right amount of iron which is absorbable and the right amount of calcium. Because it has the right type of fat, there's lesser chance of obesity and diabetes as well as heart disease later on in life. A child who is breastfed is emotionally secure and has higher IQ points, almost by 8 to 10 points. And of course, the biggest advantage to the mother is that it is an ATM milk, available at any time. The mother also has the advantage that if she feeds the baby, she regains her figure back quickly. All that fat you stored during your pregnancy is going to be reutilized to make milk for your baby. What is important for you to eat during your lactation period is just normal food. There is no need to eat extra calories in terms of fat and ghee and laddu and all of that. You may do so if you enjoy it. What is more important is that you drink a lot of fluid. It can be anything from water to milk to juice to nariyal pani to soups, whatever is your fancy. You need the extra fluid to produce the extra milk. You need to eat a little bit extra so that you can also have more nutrients in the milk. You continue your vitamin like iron and calcium during this period so that your milk is rich in both these products. It is very important to give colostrum. What is colostrum? Colostrum is the first milk that comes to the breast in the first few days. It is thicker, it is yellow in color, and it is very rich in proteins and antibodies. It is very important that we do not throw away the colostrum and give the baby colostrum. Every mother faces difficulty in the first few days of breastfeeding. Nobody is just natural at it and is not born with these skills. The baby is also going to find it difficult. So allow yourself some time to get used to the whole process. The best way to do this is to be spending time alone with your child, to get no relatives and friends and things to come over, because you need that little special time with your child. Your family is there to support you, and always remember that it will take time and you will eventually get there. A good positioning, a good latching will help you with breastfeeding. What do I mean by a good position? Hold the baby securely and comfortably. Make sure you are comfortable first. Try to sit in a chair. Later on, you can manage breastfeeding in any position. Lying down, lying on your back, sitting, walking around. Mothers feed in every position. But in the early days, it may feel better if you sit in a comfortable chair with a good back support and with good armrest support. That way, you can hold your baby nicely in this hand. Take the help of pillows, feeding pillows. There are all kinds of devices available now. Make sure your baby is held firmly. The head of the baby should be in the crook of the arm, and the baby can then be supported by the rest of your hand. The other hand should be free to hold the breast and position it so that it goes into the baby's mouth. The way a baby latches on is it initially takes a little bite at the nipple and then goes further on to engulf the entire areola. The areola is the black area around the nipple, and that can be facilitated by your hand by making this kind of position where the thumb is up and the forefingers are below, and you can guide the areola into the baby's mouth once it has latched on. The importance of this is that the milk ducts are present in the areola. If the baby only sucks at the nipple, he or she will not get enough milk, and then they will bite harder, and that may lead to soreness of nipples. When they bite at the areola, so the baby doesn't suck milk out of your breast, it actually chomps the milk out of your breast. It bites at the areola, and when it bites on the milk ducts where the lacteals are filled with milk, the milk kind of ejects out of the nipple and goes into its mouth. It then forms a tube by its tongue, something like that, and then that milk is transferred from the front of its mouth to the throat, and then it swallows. So it is important that the entire areola, as much of the areola can go into the baby's mouth for it to be effective in breastfeeding. This will be helped if we can hold the baby securely, There are other positions in which you can hold the baby. One is called the football position, where you hold the baby like this. So the head is in your palm. You clutch the baby under your arm like that, as if you're clutching a purse. And then you can use this other hand to support your breast, and the baby can be fed like this. It is helpful if you've had a cesarean section and your wound is still sore. And sometimes even mothers have managed to feed twins like that, both in a football position. Once you and the baby are more familiar with your breastfeeding, any position works. It really doesn't matter what position you take your baby in. How long should I feed my baby? 15 to 20 minutes maximum, half an hour on one side is good. There is a concept of foremilk and hindmilk. Foremilk is the initial milk that comes, जो सबसे पहले आता है. It is thin and it is more sugary. So it immediately satisfies the hunger of the baby. But if we give only foremilk from this breast and foremilk from that breast, the baby will get hungry faster. What you need is to continuously feed from one breast. Give the hind milk also, which comes later, which is rich in fat. If the baby drinks milk which is rich in fat, it stays satisfied for longer. As the baby grows older, sometimes they do need to be fed on both breasts. So you would do 30 to 35 minutes on one breast, burp the baby in between so that all the air comes out from the stomach, and then go to the other breast. Remembering that the next time you feed, you start with this breast and then go to the other side. There is something called nipple confusion. Can I express my milk and give it by bottle? Yes, you can. But right in the early days, the babies sometimes get confused between nipples. The nipple of a bottle is different. The baby actually has to suck the milk out of the bottle. Whereas we already described that from the breast, the baby chomps the milk. So if we express milk, put it in a bottle and give it to the baby, in the early days, it may get confused as to what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to suck? Am I supposed to chop? So in the early days, it is suggested that you use a vati spoon or a paleda to feed the baby if you're using expressed milk. This can be necessary when your baby may be admitted in the NICU, or you may have some illness and you are not able to bond with your baby immediately. It may be important for you to express your milk and give it to the baby. Sometimes dads want to be involved in the feeding process. That may also help because you can express the milk and then the dad can feel involved as well. How do I know my baby is getting enough milk? How do I know that I've done a good enough job? Every time the baby cries, it's not necessary that the baby is hungry. But at the same time, if a baby is crying, do I have to give them more milk or do I have to do something else? Is the baby wet and it's crying? Is it crying because of colic or gas, or it just wants to be held? In the early days, the baby loses weight for the first 5 to 7 days, up to 10 to 15% of its birth weight, and then starts gaining weight. So it takes 10 to 15 days for it to come back to birth weight. So you may get confused if you try to look at weight gain to see if you're getting enough milk. You can look at the urine. If the baby passes 5 to 6 urines in a day in 24-hour period, usually the baby is getting enough milk. You also get a sense of fullness of your breast. So your breast feels very full before the baby starts feeding, and after the baby feeds, the breast feels very empty. If that's something that's happening regularly, you can be sure that your baby is getting enough milk. Many moms feel extremely stressed out, and it is something, everyone wants to succeed at this, and there are enough people telling us from everywhere that, somehow we are not being successful. So also we have a little bit of maybe postnatal depression. We've been through a lot. Our bodies are going through so many changes that it is bound to feel very stressful at this point. To have somebody who supports us, not to continuously make us feel that we are not adequate, is very helpful. There's a big connection between the brain and the breast, what we call the letdown reflex. So the more our brains is stimulated to know that we are doing a good job, the more milk it produces. And the more the baby suckles at our breast, the more milk will be produced and it will come down faster. So keep putting your baby to the breast. It will take some time in the first few weeks. Don't despair, you will get there eventually. What happens now, of course, the latest topic is, of course, COVID. What do I do if I am tested positive for COVID? Do I feed my baby? Do I not feed my baby? I need to take my vaccination. Vaccination is absolutely safe during lactation period. So go ahead, take your vaccination. There is no reason not to feed your baby if you have taken your vaccination. If you have the misfortune of getting a COVID infection and you have a little baby who needs to be fed, you can continue to feed your baby provided you're feeling alright. Obviously, if you're not feeling well in yourself, then that may be a different choice you have to take. What is the precaution you need to take if you have COVID and you're feeding your baby? Maybe you shouldn't room in with your baby. The baby can be looked after by somebody else and brought to you when it needs feeds. When you need to feed the baby, make sure you wear a good mask, a good surgical mask or an N95 mask or double mask yourself. Before you take your baby, wash your hands thoroughly, 20 seconds, soap and water, or sanitize using a good sanitizer with 70% alcohol. Feed the baby, keep the mask on throughout, and then again you can return the baby for someone else to look after. This is perfectly safe and you can continue to do so. The advantage of this would be that you would actually be also giving antibodies to your baby, antibodies that your body is producing. It is documented that the virus is not transmitted in milk, but the antibodies are. I hope I've been able to answer some of the more important questions, and I would really love for everyone to be breastfed. The other thing that really we need from policymakers is to create atmosphere that helps moms to feel comfortable to breastfeed in a work situation, when you go out maybe to a restaurant, etc. Do not feel shy to breastfeed your baby. It is your baby's right to be fed. Do not worry about what people will say, what people will think. It's none of their business. It's your baby's right to be breastfed. So please feel free, feel safe, and have a happy breastfeeding experience. Thank you.